It is almost 8 a.m. on a rainy Sunday morning, and I'm here at the gym, just pulled up, and probably gonna get in a quick little workout and a wash up. I've got today, tomorrow, and the next day off of work, so yeah, I plan to use this opportunity to do a little bit more exploring in the national forest, the Talladega National Forest. And yeah, I think I want to go even further south in the forest than I went in the last video, maybe down past Talladega itself, maybe just a little bit further south. I've been I've been to one spot near Talladega, lower than where I was in the last video, but that's it. So my knowledge of that area is very limited, but from the looks of the map, there are some pretty cool spots I think that I could find with a little bit of time. It's supposed to be raining all day, I think, just on and off, but all day. So that's probably going to keep us from going down some roads that we otherwise would be able to, but we're still going to see what's going to happen. And yeah, maybe find some cool new spots. So So now that that's all done, I think I'm gonna go over to the store, pick up some supplies before setting out on this this day of unknowns. Okay, so the supplies are acquired, and now I'm just fixing to head out. I'm just fixing to head towards Talladega. I've got some idea of kind of where I'd like to end up, but the plans could change at any time. So I'm just gonna wing it, just kind of head that way and see how the situation develops. But yeah, I'm glad to be on the way now. So I got all my batteries charging up because it's gonna be probably about an hour drive, and then once I get to the forestry roads, could be a lot longer. So might as well have those charging as I go. So spurts of rain right now. One thing about the rain that I do enjoy is that it warms it up a little bit, so that's fine by me. But yeah, I don't know, we might get lucky and the rain just drop off a little later this afternoon, but it's not supposed to, so probably be dealing with a little bit of water for the rest of the day. So I think I just passed through Talladega, and I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going south. It looks like there's a little town south of Talladega that if I get to it, it should give me some pretty good access, you know, pretty good starting point to get to the National Forest, the south side of it. So I'm gonna see if I can make it there. So I just made it to the little town I was aiming for, and yeah, now what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and get a screenshot of the forestry map for the location I'm gonna be trying to go to here, because I never know where I'm gonna get cell service and where I'm not gonna have it. So at least if I have that screenshot, as long as I know what road I start on, I can usually kind of work out where I am. And it's funny though, like sometimes I'll be able to pull like 3 bars and then just a mile down the road there's nothing. So it's just kind of how it goes. But yeah, we'll have that map stored in the phone just in case. But yeah, so if you're watching this for the first time, you and I are both in the same boat in that I have no idea what's about to happen when we get to these roads. They could be rough, they could be good, we could get stuck, we could run into some other kind of mechanical trouble, so there's just no telling. You never know. Well, this is something I don't run into very often, but it looks like this highway is gonna take us much of the way into the forest. So yeah, we'll be on the pavement for a minute. That'll get us most of the way. I guess it could turn to dirt at any point, but yeah. Starting to come across these little pull-off roads, which is a good sign. It means we're in the right spot. Wow, look at all of that. Well, I made it off the main road to the point where I'm really going to start relying more on the map and studying it a little bit. I'm going to sit here and study it and just get my bearings and kind of get a mental image of the layout of the land up ahead. And yeah, we'll see what's over the hill. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not quite sure where we are right now. That road was supposed to turn into some forest access roads, and it hasn't yet, so I'm thinking I made a wrong turn somewhere, but luckily there were tons of forest service roads on the road we were just on. So worst case scenario, if we don't find something up ahead, we can just maybe turn around and try some of those. No, I'm not lost. I just don't really know where I am. Nah, but so the road we were just on, I think it led back into a road that we've come down already, so I think it just kind of circled back around. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out back kind of the way we came, maybe, or the other direction, to see if we can find us a service road. But yeah, we'll see what we got. So the road we were just on, it was running, the highway that is, it was running right through the National Forest according to the map. So on either side of the road was supposedly supposed to be forest. I just made a turn into what should be the forest, but I'm seeing a lot of private property along this road, so might not be there quite yet, but maybe this road will turn into oh boy, that's looking a little concerning. Got some ruttage up ahead. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn around actually. Turned around now. You know, that's part of the package, as a friend of mine used to say. It's part of the package, looking for a new spot. But a lot of times it's worth it. Sometimes, kind of like when you're stealth camping and looking for a new spot, sometimes it's a straight shot to a great spot, and other times it does take a little bit longer. But hopefully all of this looking will be worth it here pretty soon. Alright, well, I'm definitely in the National Forest now. It's actually a wildlife management area, so according to the map that was posted at the entrance of this road, there might be a camp spot up pretty close here. Now it's just a question of, you know, am I good to be here, and what kinds of permits you need for someone who's not hunting in this wildlife management area. Whoa! What a view. Wow, that just came out of nowhere. But yeah, because I don't have a residence here in Alabama, that might make it a little tricky. I just don't know, you know, all the rules for these WMAs. I think they are, or they can be, a little different than the rules for the National Forest, even though they are within the forest. But yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. just made it to what looks like a camp spot. So, looks like we've got a neighbor here already. I'm gonna check it out, and yeah, it doesn't look too crazy. Might stay here or might keep looking because there are plenty of more roads to go. Okay, so we finally made it somewhere, and I like it a lot. I've got to say, so far, so good. It is looking pretty nice out here. You can even see the mountain ridge up along there. Kind of surrounded by mountains, actually. But yeah, so where we came in and the camp sign was, that road kept going, and followed it all the way back here. It even looks like it goes further, but because finding this spot took a little longer than I was planning on, probably just gonna park it here for the night and give the van a much needed break and cool down. She's been running all morning, running back and forth, no thanks to me. So let her cool down a bit, and yeah, it's looking all right. Well, it's still early. It's only 1:30 p.m. right now, so I don't know what the weather's gonna do. It's cleared out. As far as the weather app goes, it's cleared out a little bit more than it had earlier today. So now it's not supposed to rain all day, but there's still a chance that it might pop back up here and there. I definitely won't have the solo stove out tonight. I might have a traditional campfire, just because that would be better if it did start raining. But yeah, with it being unpredictable, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. So luckily there's plenty of time to figure that out. So I think now what I want to do is actually play around with some new toys that I picked up for the van the other day. So up until this point, I have not yet owned any recovery gear at all, really, which has been very risky, going out to some of these places in the van with really nothing on board if I were to get stuck. So I did pick up these 3 pieces. We've got a 2-ton rated towing strap. We've got a 2,266 pound towing rope, and we've got a 4,000 pound or 2-ton ratchet or come along. I'm not sure how these are gonna work, but I figure it's better to have these than nothing at all. So I'm gonna play around with them a bit and maybe see if I can do some setups on the van and just see if they work at all. So one thing about the Dodge Grand Caravan is, as it comes, at least the 2010 model, which is what I have, as it comes, there are really no good spots to attach any kind of tow strap or tow hook. Of course, you don't have the big eye bolts in the front like you do on a lot of off-road vehicles. So in the research I've done, people have had to get really creative with just where to hook to, you know, if you are stuck and need to pull yourself out. So I'm going to start on the front and see if I can put together a setup that I saw someone else do, and it involves using part of the frame and part of an engine mount. Now, going into this, I do want to say, like in the other areas, I am certainly not an expert. I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go. So there is a risk that I could mess something up out here trying this setup, or I might get under there and just not be able to get it set up at all, in which case I'll have to rethink it. But yeah, I'm gonna get to looking under here and see if I can figure something out. Alright, so on the video I watched, the towing expert recommended for these types of vans, he recommended using what I think is the engine mount down there, which bolts to the frame, I believe, the bumper. He just ran a tow strap, dropped it down through here and around that engine mount and frame down there. You can see the red, I believe that's the bumper. But yeah, he just ran it right around it like that and then looped it up under the front of the van. So what I'm gonna have to do in order to try that setup is remove this plastic, I'm not even sure what it is exactly, maybe a wind guard or rain guard of some kind. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take this off because if it works at all, those straps are gonna be rubbing up against it. They need to kind of be able to be flush with the front, just so I don't damage this or do any damage to the body there. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get that off. And in a real recovery situation, it wouldn't really matter. If I was nosed in, well, first of all, I wouldn't be pulling out from the front anyway if I was nosed in, but yeah, it wouldn't matter in a recovery situation. That's just a small piece of plastic that it wouldn't really matter too much if that broke, as long as the body was okay. But yeah, we'll get to looking and see what it looks like. Well, as is the case with a lot of vehicle plastic that I run into, there were a bunch of little clips and tabs with barbs on them. Some of them came out, but the more sturdy ones were really holding it under, or holding it on, and without a way to lift it up, there's just not enough room for me to get under there and push those little barbs down to get the plastic off. So I figured out something else. I was actually able to cut into the plastic and make an opening so that hopefully the tow strap can just pass underneath unobstructed. And that'll be better anyway, because I don't want to be taking that thing off every time I need to, or in a situation where I would want to tow it out. Don't want to be messing with all that. So a lot of you are probably thinking at this point, what kind of nut cuts into his vehicle like that? And I'm right there with you. It was a little nutty, but between the knife and the wood saw, we were able to get this plastic out. Now, I don't know what this is going to mean in the long term. Obviously, that's going to be weakened so that over time, as you drive, these are going to be probably, I don't know, the plastic's going to change, that's for sure, with that opening. And there's no telling how it's going to do with the wind and rain with that cut there. But the way I look at it, this is a fairly inexpensive piece of plastic that goes up under the body there. So if there ever is a problem, I can always order another. But my main goal right now is just making this vehicle more accessible in a lot of ways. But the recovery gear, that's something that I've just got to be able to fit on here for the kinds of things I do with this van. So yeah, time will tell, but I'm not too worried about it, especially if this allows the tow strap to go through, which we're just about to try. Well, the rain is coming down again, so got everything packed up for a bit, and we're just gonna wait it out. Luckily, this is not a real recovery situation. This is just practice, so I feel okay about getting out of it right now. We'll just wait it out. Maybe this is a sign from the universe saying, dude, don't try to tow it there. Don't try to tow it. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little nervous that I'm gonna break something. But I still think it's worth a try. I still think it is. We're gonna give it a go as soon as it stops raining. Okay, well, looks like the rain is kind of letting up a little. And it is getting dark though. It's getting later in the afternoon now, so don't have a lot of daylight left. I'm gonna keep going and see if I can get this set up to work. And yeah, just gonna give it a go. Wish me luck. All right. Well, I've got it all set up, and again, not an expert. There's probably 10 things I've done wrong here at least, but I've wound the ratchet up just enough, or wound it out rather, just enough to give it a try. And I just want to try to budge the van. I'm not trying to pull it very far today, just to test it out. So we'll give it a go. And that's all I wanted to see. I just wanted to see it moving a little bit, just to know that we could move it if we have to, from the front, that is. Now, I realize you do not want to have your tow straps twisted up like that. I'll have to do better next time. You definitely don't want your ratchet cables twisted like that either. But like I said, just an experiment, just to see. And I'm gonna check out that anchor point under there that we wrapped around and make sure everything's solid. And if it is, I'm gonna consider this a win for today. All right, well, I just took the van for a lap around the campsite here, just to make sure the engine wasn't gonna fall out after utilizing the engine mount attachments as well as the bumper there. Now, something could still go wrong. I might have done some damage that I'm just not aware of yet, but it's looking okay right now. If I get back out on the road, I might notice something's off, but fingers crossed that everything we attached to was solid and everything's good to go. Now, the back is a different story. I don't have a hitch on this van, and they certainly make them. They make some good stuff. They make some heavy duty hitches that I could, would just go right under the body of the van, so you could just attach the tow hooks right there. Easy peasy. But those are going to run around $200. I think I have an idea that might work in lieu of installing a hitch. It's a little too late today to try it out. It's about to be dark here and not too long, so I'll have to save that for another time. But yeah, it's just good to know that. Whoa, some hunters. But yeah, I mean, it's just good to know that I can attach to the front, and it seemed to work okay. So thanks, Van, for putting up with my tinkering there. Alright, well, I'm back in the van now. I'm afraid the rain is not letting up, and it's looking like there might be some more coming behind this, so I think I'm just going to stay inside for the time being and organize a little bit between the recovery gear and the groceries. I've got a little bit to pack away, so I'm going to tidy up a bit and yeah, just kind of kick back, I think. Well, it's definitely dark now, and yeah, no, I have got the lights on right now. Of course, I do not want to leave them on for very long periods of time, no more than a few minutes usually, just because I don't want to drain the battery on the van. But yeah, just to give you kind of a look at what it kind of looks like in here at night. Yeah, this is kind of it. So I do have the tote, which usually sits right here behind the passenger seat. I do have it up in the driver's seat just to make more room so that I can move around back here, since I will be in the van and have been for a little while now this evening. Now, I know some people might say, oh, well, you don't want to be blocking your driver's seat, because if you need to get out of there fast, you don't want to have to be moving a bunch of stuff out of the way. I think that's probably really good advice, honestly. But in my mind, I can move this pretty quickly out of the way. And also, if something were to go down, I don't know, my first instinct is probably not going to be to start the van and speed on out of here. I guess it would depend on what happened, but yeah, no, I'm not too worried about it. I might be proved wrong one day. I might get in a situation where I do need to get on out of here fast, but yeah, for now, I'm just gonna leave it there. Like I said, I can move it pretty quickly if I have to, and yeah, I'm not too worried about this spot anyway. But I will say, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And yeah, I'm just learning all of this as I go, just kind of trial and error. So like I said, I might, with something like the seat, when it comes to safety and access to your driver's seat, yeah, that's definitely something you want to keep in mind. Yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be a quiet night, and hoping we can just listen to the rain while it lasts. The frogs are really going out there. Frogs and crickets, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, to be honest, I'm probably not gonna have a crazy dinner tonight. I might just throw together like a few sandwiches and have some fruit and snacks. It's gonna be a snacky kind of night. Yeah, it's getting kind of late now, actually, and I'm getting ready for some sleep, so that's gonna be happening here soon enough. So I got to poking around the cooler, and I had forgotten that I had a side salad from Chipotle, just the greens, but I also bought some mushrooms today that I need to go through tonight. I don't want to push them into another day. And I found a can of black beans, so rather than just a few sandwiches, things are looking a little bit better now. Well, I think I'm about to get some sleep here. Maybe the rain will keep coming down for a little while and hitting the rooftop. I do like that sound. So this is one of my favorite, newest things to do in the van, especially when it's a little chilly. Just pop the back hatch and yeah, just sit and enjoy the scenery from inside the van where it's a little bit warmer. I've got my high-vis hat on this morning. I always try to have something kind of high visibility on when I'm in the forest, especially since it's hunting season. but it's even more important in a wildlife management area where there's just a lot of hunting going on. I mean, that's, that's kind of their thing, is just giving hunters a place to go. And so, yeah, it's definitely important that I have this on as long as I'm out here, or some kind of high vis. But yeah, I got the coffee here and warming up with that as the sun is still coming up. And it's looking like it's gonna be a nice day. Could be wrong, but I'm seeing a lot of blue out there, and no signs of rain so far, so that's good. That's good. So I know that this video is getting a little long at this point, but it's still so early and there's so much more I want to do today. So what I think I'm gonna do is stop it here and turn the rest into maybe like a part 2, just to keep it from being so long. So if you're interested in seeing what's coming up later today and you're not tired of it yet, yeah, go ahead and look for part 2, because I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's been a lot of fun. We tried some new things and went some new places, and it's worked out. It's worked out. So I don't know what's gonna happen later today, but we'll find out. So I'll see you later.